Hello. Let's see if I can center myself a little bit more. That's a little better. Oh, wow. Why am I speaking today? I feel sort of terribly. Sort of terrible. Not truly emotionally, but rather I feel somewhat like tied down to a stagnation in these last few days. I just moved, as I said in one of the videos that I spoke about recently. But I have been feeling this intense stagnation where I don't feel like doing anything in particular. I feel I have the drive to do nothing. No aim is particularly interesting to me. Like I feel I have no purpose and no interest in the world or in anything. And I've been wondering about that a lot. Parts of the symptoms are I feel heavy, and whenever I get distracted or my mind gets stressed out, I eat, and then I feel heavy, and then I just wander around with a foggy mind and a heavy body, and I watch YouTube videos that just feed my brain with facts and facts and facts. About history, mostly. And I just absorb them. And then I continue to do nothing. And I wonder what's happening with me. Because this state of mind, this state of being is unfamiliar to me. I mean, I have felt it before, but not with this intensity and length of time. It's been already a few weeks. And I do wonder what's going on. And I have a few hypotheses that are running around in my mind. What it feels like at some level is that I don't have the drive for survival anymore. I think throughout my whole life I've had some kind of drive moving me towards something. What do I do? Oh, I want to get enough money so I can get an apartment, so I can get go to activities that I'm interested in. I'm interested in this meditation course, and I'm interested in this dance course, and I'm interested in meeting this woman, or I'm interested in meeting this body of knowledge, or I'm interested in meeting the people who are interested in this kind of group. And going to one association or interest after another in life. And these days I feel I just have no interest in anything. Nothing. These YouTube videos that I talk about, they're just fodder. Whatever that word actually means. For my mind to just ruminate on. And I don't like that. I do not like that. I feel somewhat powerless. I feel somewhat like waning. I feel my life is waning. And I wonder, like, is part of me actually waning? Is my drive to live, is my desire to live really waning and dying? Maybe. And if that's the case, then okay, well, that's how it will be. It doesn't particularly frighten me or sadden me, but it does feel confusing. Somewhat confusing in the sense that, well, do I not have the potential to do other good things in this life? And I've been wondering why it's happening. And recently, it sort of ironically or paradoxically, also something has been going on that feels delightful for me. It feels very pleasant. And that is that I have been connecting physically, emotionally, and sexually, romantically with women, with 2 different women in these last few days and weeks. And when I am connecting, when I am with them, and when there is this love that is being shared, it feels delicious. It feels delightful. It feels, like there is this drive, and I have this energy to give and to exchange and to play during our interaction, at least. And then when I retreat into myself and I find myself with myself without this romantic engagement, I fall. I droop into a state of drivelessness, into a state of, well, I'm not interested in anything, I don't care about anything. Apathy. A state of apathy. But it's not a depressive apathy. It's not an apathy where I say, I don't care, the world is against me. No. It's simply a zeroing of energy. And I wonder whether it's related to these relationships that I've been harboring with my 2 friends who are dear to me. And the reason I wonder this is it feels like most of my life, a long time, part of my life, much of my drive interiorly, there has been this unseen desire to connect with women. That has been a major drive in my life. Even when I'm doing anything else, even when I'm working, even when I'm programming, when I'm thinking about projects, it has felt like at some level the primal drive for that has not been a thing itself, but perhaps the promise that doing that I'm doing will eventually find me a connection as delightful and delicious as one that I imagine romantically, a romantic relationship that I feel like it just delight in deliciously. And lately I have experienced delightful connections where I feel valuable, where I feel seen, where I feel enveloped in the wholeness of life and of love and of care for each other. Very deep held. holding to the deepest level that I feel able to. And so I wonder, now that I have achieved it, now that I have been engaging in such relationships and I feel so complete in that matter, could it be the case that the part of me that had this drive has realized, oh, yes, you had this desire for deep, very deep romantic connections, and not just one, but actually two, in which you can be truthful and not hide anything, and then you can just be fully yourself, giving love and receiving love with the world, and through these women, and being able to do it with more than one woman means also that I'm not restricting myself. It means that I feel free, and somehow that something inside me says, oh, this is what you wanted. Yep, check. You're done. You got it. Good job. And then with that checkbox, perhaps there is no other drive. It's like, oh, that was the driving force. Well, what else is there to have? Oh, what else do I want? Do I want to just have more of that? Maybe it is, but certainly I do know about myself that I have been, in my life, I've been interested in novelty. Novelty is what has been driving most of my life. The first time I leave my country, the first time I ride on an airplane, the first time I study in college, the first time I write some kind of program, the first time I work in the company I really liked, the first time I lived in Europe, the first time I had a girlfriend, the first time I had sex, the first time I traveled and backpacked by myself, the first time I road tripped by myself. Search of newness, search of novelty, I think it has been driving me for a while. And I wonder whether one of the major drives that has been fueling my life force, or or justifying my life force at least, is it checked? Is it inactive now? Is it? And if it is inactive now, is it also like hunger for food, where I could be hungry and then I eat and then I'm satiated, but then 6 hours later I'm hungry again and then I need to go eat again? Will it happen that eventually I will feel hunger again, I will feel the need to go out and satiate my need for emotional and sexual care? And if that's the case, is that the kind of life that I am interested in living? Do I want to be the kind of being who is fueled by looking for emotional and sexual care over and over and over again, and by my other body's primal needs like hunger or thirst, or sleep? The basic survival needs. And while sexual and emotional engagements are not technically necessary for survival, they are part of the body's toolkit of needs. Toolkit? That word doesn't even make sense. Set of needs, basic set of needs. I even feel my mind somewhat deteriorating. I think it just doesn't feel like it's interesting to do anything anymore. Even this video right now, I'm talking it out, but my mind is foggy. I don't have a clear purpose, not a clear aim. I just know that sometimes talking things out can move thoughts, can move something inside to try to understand it a little better. Moving my chair moves my camera. This is a pretty rickety floor. Let's try again. Yep. Anyway, these are the things that I'm wondering about. And of course it could also simply be that it's hot. It's hot around here. It's like, what, 20 degrees and it's October already? That could be a reason. And it's also a possibility simply that I'm eating too much, or that I'm eating the wrong kinds of things. And because I'm eating the wrong kinds of things, then my body feels heavy and my mind feels foggy and I can't function correctly. That perhaps I should simply give my body a rest and fast for a few hours, days, or eat different kinds of things, eat more vegetables. I don't know. I just feel confused. On top of all of that, I'm also at a life transition point. I'm at a transition point here. Life inflection point. I don't know what I'll be doing in my life. I know that I don't know. That is I think that's as much as I can tell now, because I'm allowing my inner urges to lead the way in what I want to do. Because most of my life I've been doing things and pretending to like them. Not even pretending to like them. At least I've been openly admitting to myself that I'm doing this just for a while, just because it gets me money and allows me to survive and live in this world. Programming. And it's not like that I dislike programming, but certainly the jobs that I've done, they're not interesting to me. The problem is I don't know what is interesting to me. Besides the primal urges I've been discussing about hunger, thirst, and sleep, and novelty, and sex, and emotional care for people. I don't know which activities inspire me to keep going. Oh, dancing? Maybe. So these are my thoughts. These are my thought process. My stomach feels heavy. My chest feels a little clogged. My throat feels clogged. My mind is still foggy, slow. Like I can hardly understand what I'm doing. Like all of this is just being done through momentum. And it's taking me almost the whole day to get here and record this, as I've been putting it off after watching YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video, thinking, yeah, I'll do it. It's like I'm suffering from acute procrastination. Caused by emptiness of purpose. Emptiness of purpose. Emptiness of purpose. And naturally, since I am the steward of this human, of this person, of this body, I'm interested in having it perform well. If it has potential, I would like it to exploit this potential, and I have the inkling that I have more potential, that this person has more potential. How do I give it? How do I express it into the world? I don't know. I do know that I do know that I will follow my own pleasure, though, my own passion, wherever I find it. And so far I just haven't found it. And that feels confusing. As if I'm waiting for someone to knock on the door, but no one's coming. And something inside me asks, well, isn't that you? Shouldn't you be knocking on your own door? And I think, well, I don't know. I don't know what to say when I knock on that door. I could just make up random purposes. But that's not what it's about. I'm really looking for my true passion. True thing that makes me sparkle inside. And I don't know what it is. I have few skills. I know programming. And some college level mathematics. I know I'm able to dance. I have trained somewhat to allow my truth to come out through dance. I have an ability to speak through words. But words, they are true. When they come out of me, they require the fuel, the passion that I've felt sometimes. Yet I don't feel it now. That's what makes me confused. What interests do I hold? Well, there is the vague interest I've had lately in the human design system and in the gene key system. Vague interests. They don't arouse a passion. They just feel like inklings. And what else? Dancing. Yes, maybe if my body feels like it, then I'd allow it. But when not, part of the dance is also to sag and to just laying stagnation? Is that not part of the dance? What else? Help people. Help. That is something I realized that does bring a sparkle to me. Help people. Help. In which way? In any way, really. Nothing specific. Carrying a piece of luggage up the stairs. Giving 5 francs to someone in need. Helping someone install their new computer. Giving someone a ride. Helping someone cook a meal. Giving someone directions when they don't know where they're going. Anything. It's just that my mind thinks, well, that's not careerable. Wanted random helper. That's where the trust comes in. Can I trust that life brings me the correct opportunities for me to help people? I think this is what it's about right now. I'm trusting in that. Whatever that means. Part of me is afraid that the stagnation will cause myself to be less useful. For my body to be less agile and creaky and less healthy, and for my mind to become foggier and less agile. And for my emotions to become more rigid and less fresh. Part of me fears that. Well, I did manage to speak out what I thought, what I think. And that feels like quite an improvement over this morning. Good. Okay. That is all for now. Thank you for listening. Camera.